Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, hi, Atta here. Long time no see. It's been a while since I've done my last review. Uh, Part of the reason I haven't had a chance to do reviews recently has been that I've been somewhat busy with work and all things else I'm doing. So been a busy past 4 or 5 months for me, and that's the reason I really haven't had a chance to do reviews for you guys. However, I've decided to bring my bottle with me as well as my laptop to work and just shoot a review for you guys whenever I have a procedural wait, an incubation period, or some time I could find for you. I'll do a review. So that's what I've decided to do, and that's what I'm doing today. I'd also like to welcome all my new subscribers. I've gained over 100 to 150 new subscribers in the past 4 or 5 months. I thank you very much, guys, from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to my channel. I hope you find my reviews that I've done in the past helpful, and I hope that you'll find my reviews that I'm about to do in the future helpful as well. And please do let me know if there's anything you'd like to see different, do you have any criticisms, any things you don't like to see, anything you want to change, you want to see differently. Please let me know. And I also had a couple of my subscribers sending me messages and telling me, hey Atta, what's up? You only do niche, exclusive, hard to find bottle reviews, which is not too fair because we don't have access to them. And I gave this some thoughts as well, and I do thank you guys for bringing that to my attention, because from now on I've decided to review also cheapies but goodies. So for example, the fragrance I have for you guys today costs less than 30 bucks, but it's better than many of the $200 fragrances that's out there. Excuse me. So today's fragrance is the legendary, infamous Yatagan by the house of Caron. So this particular fragrance is the third formulation of this juice. I do have all three of the fragrances, or all three formulas that they've released, and they smell identical. So let's say if you own the vintage, this smells identical, because when I spray it, I cannot tell the difference of which is which. So that being said, I'd like to talk about the name of this fragrance and how it relates to me, because I find fragrances personal experiences as well, and I'd like to talk about this fragrance afterwards. And what I've also decided to do is give this, or any fragrance I'm going to review from now on, a rating out of 10. So 8 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 2 out of 10, whatever, depending on the quality and what it smells like to me. So the experience and the personal experience I have with the name of this fragrance, Yatagan. When I was a kid, my family and I used to go to Turkey because of the Turkish border's proximity to my city where I used to live. So we used to drive to Turkey every summer when I had vacation time off, and go and visit the country, because it was a beautiful country, and it still is, and it was really close. So when I was 7, I visited Turkey, Istanbul, and we went to I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Turkish history, but the Turkish leader's name, the infamous Turkish leader's name, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, used to live in a palace called Topkapi Palace, and after he passed away years ago, they turned that into a museum, and it's called Topkapi Museum now, and the Turkish leader was Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, which people talk highly of him in Turkey. So I happened to go to Topkapi Museum when I was 7, and I came across this huge sword on display, and it said Yatagan, and it was a sword with a curvature, and that name just went to my head, because Yatagan, it's Turkish, but I didn't know that word prior, because I do speak Turkish as well. So I memorized that word when I was 7, and years after, when I was 20 something, 22 to 23, I came across this fragrance, and I believe it was on the net. So I blind bought this fragrance, and as soon as I received it, I sprayed it, and I didn't like it. I hated the fragrance, and it was because it was too manly. I used to be a fan of fresher scents. I used to like creeds back in the days. I used to like citrus fragrances more, and I also liked heavier fragrances, but this was too extreme for me at the time, and it might be still too extreme for many of you guys. If you haven't sniffed this, I highly recommend you guys do it. So that's how that was a little bit of story on the background of the name Yatagan. I came across when I was a kid. I blind bought it. I received it. I didn't like it, and then after a year, I revisited this fragrance and I fell in love. I was in love with this fragrance and I did enjoy it a lot. And it has become one of my favorites since then, since for the past 5 years or so. This fragrance is not your typical designer scent. This is not your typical designer scent at all. You're not gonna come across this fragrance at Macy's or Nordstrom's. This is a niche fragrance to me. You know how niche fragrances are very creative, very extreme in some cases. This exactly is that. I mean, this is an extreme fragrance. This is a very high quality fragrance, but it costs 30 bucks. So you guys definitely need to check it out if you haven't. You guys need to smell this if you haven't. And it's you might not like it right away, but revisit it after months, maybe 6 months or a year, you'll like it. So I'll talk about this fragrance now, and I'll tell you guys why I love this fragrance so much. Want to spray? As you guys can see, the color is orangish. As soon as you spray this fragrance, you get this weird. When I sprayed it for the first time, it was a smell that I've never smelled anywhere before. There is no identical smell to this. There is no closest smells to this. There is no similar smell to this. This fragrance opens up very different. It's a harsh opening that it smells like dirt, soil. You know how the soil becomes after the rain? It has that special aroma. Multiply that by 100 times and mix it with dirtiness. And on the top there is Artemisia and Wormwood actually. And Wormwood, if you guys don't know what it is the active ingredient of a drink called absinthe. Absinthe is illegal. I think it's still illegal in the United States, but absinthe is this drink which is yellow illuminating color, which contains wormwood, which is hallucinogenic. So it has that note on the top of this fragrance, and I know what exactly wormwood is now because it's appealing to me now. So it opens up very weird. It opens up with a wormwood note, with Artemisia, a little bit of soil and dirt, and a little bit unbearable if you are not used to these kind of scents before. So the opening is unbearable, and I love it, but many people hate it. I understand why, because this is not for everybody, as I just mentioned earlier. So it opens up very rough, very heavy, very strong. And the name, I think, the reason they named it Yatagan is because the opening is like a sword. It cuts through everything else with these heavy notes I just mentioned to you. So you get that opening, you get that special, specific, weird opening for about 35 to 40 minutes, guys. And after that, it gets better. It gets the wormwood dirtiness and that soily quality of the top, they kind of tame down. You get a little bit of patchouli and a little bit of vetiver, but you get a little bit of that dirtiness and wormwood still there, but they're in the background. They're not as in your face. They're a little bit bearable. It becomes more attractive as this fragrance progresses on your skin, and so you'll get that vetiver with the patchouli, a little bit of patchouli combo for about 4 to 5 hours. This fragrance has gotten me compliments on the second phase of this fragrance. This fragrance has not gotten me a single compliment in the opening. People cannot bear it, many people, and I guess it's because it's not something they've smelled before. It's an olfactory shock. I mean, when you smell something that you haven't smelled before, you're not familiar with it, you go like, what the hell is this, you know? But if you smell something that you can relate to something else, it's you know what it is. But in this case, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be feeling the same way as I do if you've smelled this, or will be doing it in the future. So the top is unbearable. It gets better as the time goes on, and during the tertiary phase of this fragrance, the third phase of this fragrance, you're gonna get that vetiver patchouli, but you're gonna get a little bit of this animalic quality. This fragrance contains beaver musk or Castoreum, which is an animalic note, as well as some Styrax. So the dirtiness goes away. You're going to be left with some Patchouli, Vetiver, some animalic undertones, the beaver musk, and pretty much that's it. And with some leather around it. There is no leather in it, but there's leather around it in the dry down. So when you smell the dry down, you are not going to smell the leather, but there is a leathery quality in the dry down of this fragrance as well. This is the fragrance, and the way it's blended, the way that the fragrance is made, the way the fragrance progresses on your skin, and the way that this fragrance is just unbelievable to me. People say it smells dated. No, it doesn't smell dated in my nose. To my nose, it's actually futuristic in my opinion. It's not something that I've smelled before. So if I come across some fragrance that I really cannot relate to anything else, it becomes automatically futuristic fragrance to me. So this is exactly like that. I mean, you cannot relate this fragrance to anything else. It becomes a futuristic type of scent. It's a masterpiece in my opinion. This fragrance has gotten me a lot of compliment in the dry down, and it will be getting compliments for you in the dry down as well, but not on the top. So keep that in mind. But you personally, I assure you, if you like darker fragrances, you might not like this fragrance upon application. You might not enjoy it, but as you apply it over time, 3-4 times, as time goes by, and if you get that appreciation that people develop towards darker fragrances as the time goes by, you will be enjoying this fragrance, I guarantee you, and as much as I do, maybe more. Guys, this is a masterpiece. If you haven't checked Yatagan out, do it, please do it, and order a sample. However, you cannot go wrong with the price of this fragrance. I mean, this is a must-have in every man's collection, in my opinion. Just a personal opinion. I love this fragrance, and I will be wearing it tonight. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna wear tonight, and I just spray myself with 5 sprays of this beautiful juice. Yatagan, guys, check this out. If you have smelled this fragrance, let me know what you think. If you own it, you might have not smelled it, but your dad must have had it, might have had it in the past, because there's history behind this fragrance. So it might be a familiar scent to you, it might not be. So if it's not, check it out. If it is, let me know what you think. Also, this fragrance is not talked about on YouTube at all, as far as I know. So I'm glad I did this review, and my intention is to bring this beautiful fragrance to the nose and to the attention of you guys, so you guys can definitely check out and see what other cheap alternatives there are out there to the niches out there. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I have a lot to say, but nothing related to Yatagan. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you've sniffed this fragrance before. Let me know what you think about this fragrance before. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope I will be doing another review pretty soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a nice day. Bye.